Spinlet is a digital media distribution company available via browser at spinlet.com and via mobile app on the Android and Apple stores. Our primary focus is Africa-centric music content, but we have a wide variety of other content available. We're approaching 2 million unique user registrations to date, and we offer both streaming and download services. The service is currently growing, so we're branching out into new genres, new territories, and indeed new forms of media. So right now we have both streaming and download platforms for users. You can purchase individual songs and individual albums and own them on your phone and listen to them offline. Or we offer an ad-supported or an ad-free premium subscription service. So it's really down to the user how they want to consume their content. And then the artist takes a share of that revenue. It's interesting that traditional publishers are looking right now at e-commerce and micropayment solutions, whilst the music industry is in many ways looking in the opposite direction. For years in the offline world, music companies made fortunes from CD sales. They realized they can't do that anymore. You know, even when you look at the artists themselves, they're less obsessed with selling singles. They're appearing on reality TV. They're on panel shows. They're creating a social media dialogue and a social media narrative around their music brand to keep people entertained. And yes, track sales and ticket sales can still come if you engage in these techniques. The reality is that in the online world, you need both great media content to engage people and great products and services to sell. That's how you're going to make your money online. Again, it's not about having one particular revenue stream. It's about taking your brand and leveraging it across multiple platforms and multiple revenue streams. Whether you're a publisher that's into events or selling tracks, or a food magazine where you can buy ingredients for recipes, you need to have that multi-platform approach. So we tell our artists to be really proactive on social media, go out and talk to the fans, engage with them, post videos, write posts, and from that engagement, the track sales will follow. We're looking forward to e-payments becoming easier across Africa. Once the payment conundrum is resolved, Spinlet and other e-commerce sites will become even more valuable. The most important thing for the advertisers is that they're able to reach and engage consumers online, particularly in an ad-blocking world, which has the whole industry in a panic right now. We're able to provide that voice to them through our streaming service, and also in other ways like through the app, through video, through editorial. So with Spinlet, we have such wonderful content, whether it's access to artists, backstage interviews, original video. It makes sense for us to grow the media side of our business and build successful and visible ad models around that content as well. No, we don't have in place any licensing and syndication agreements because our content comes from one single store in the library. Users simply download the app, and whatever country they're in, whatever part of the world, they're good to start streaming and downloading our content straight away. There's a huge appetite for African music across the world, and additionally now, we're adding content from other countries and territories as well. And if you think about it, what that does is that it opens up the market and the music industry at large for the frictionless sharing of music from country to country. So for example, a user in Sweden may be listening to a track by a Nigerian artist. A listener in the UK may be listening to an album recorded in India. And what it does is that it breaks down that traditional kind of US controlled dominance of the global charts and brings localized content to a global audience. It facilitates a wider pool of music content, and it's more reflective, really more intuitive of the way that media is shared now in a boundaryless, borderless online world. The opportunity for brands and media businesses alike is huge in Africa right now, and mobile is the key. On the continent, for example, the majority of people have little access to PCs, and internet penetration sits at just 18% compared to 80% in the West. So this has led to people finding other ways to connect, and that has driven a huge uptake in smartphone use. The key is to recognize how media is being consumed in Africa right now, understand how to make great content to fit that medium, which is mobile, but also to recognize and navigate global trends. Ad blocking, for example, is a global problem, and the switch to mobile over desktop consumption is a global trend. So it's like taking a wider look at global consumption habits and making great content that fits local markets accordingly.